Yo, what's good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned with yet another JJK Phantom Parade video. Today we are doing some hidden inventory premature death content here. We just got our update with the new Shoko banner. I am currently live right now. Say hello, chat. Live grinding up right now, trying to get a few more cubes before I go into my Shoko summons. And we have the memory quest to farm here because the memory quest is going to have not only, oh dude, they don't have it, there it goes, it's right there. Not only does the memory quest have 10 featured gacha tickets and then 10 Shoko tickets bundled into it as well, it actually has a new event limited frame and it has a new title to it as well. But we're going to go through all 4 of the chapters because they are all 4 back, and these are all going to give you recollection bits, of course, if you did not collect them before. But we have quite a bit of missions to do. I'm not going to make anybody sit through all of these missions. Rather, I'm going to do all these missions, and then I am going to just come back and do the summon. But I'm going to go through all the recollection, or go over all the recollection bits that you can get from this event, and I guess give my ratings on all of them. But if you guys do enjoy videos like this where I do break down this kind of stuff, just a lighter, more palatable video, you know, y'all can go down below. You can hit the like, you can hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can also comment down below. Let me know what else you want to see, what other events you want me to cover. But I'm gonna go ahead and go pick up all the pieces of this right here. Or I guess I could explain how this how you get the pieces for this. So basically you're gonna come over here and do all of the fights on the normal stage, and once you beat all the fights on the normal stage, you either unlock like chapter 2 of the normal stage or you unlock the hard stages, and then once you beat all the hard stages you unlock the next chapter. But you'll see right here that you can look at the entire chapter overview right here. This is where we are right now. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be normal, then hard, and then, you know, back to back to back, right? But there's 4 chapters all together. All of these are literally recollection bits that we're about to go over. I can't look at them in the game, so I am going to have to go over to the wiki. But pretty much any fight that has these little shards around it is going to be a fight that gives you the pieces to this little glass right here. And each different piece gives you different rewards right here. So you can see that one gives me like general rewards for working on the character. So does that one, so does that one, etc, etc. That one's going to give me the actual recollection bit itself and some cubes, right? But these are, like I said, going to be giving you the recollection bits and fully maxed out. In each chapter, I'm pretty sure you get shards of the bit, and then when you get all the shards, it gives you the full recollection bit along with the one you get from collecting it in the shards, and then you also get the rest of the recollection bit copies from the actual hard missions. So you will be able to max out all of these recollection bits upon clearing these missions. But now we're going to go ahead and jump over to the wiki, and we're going to break down each one of these recollection bits. So we got the first recollection bit, which literally is the chapter 1 one, which is called You Crying, and what this one does is, I'm just gonna read it at the max stuff because you can max this out for free. When ultimate is activated, so not on any command skills, only on ultimate. Increases your own jujutsu stat by 65%. That's actually not too bad for a free-to-play recollection bit, especially if you are a newer player, because there are recollection bits that essentially function like this. There are recollection bits that function like this, but they have much higher stat numbers. But this one being an option to you as a free-to-play player is definitely excellent. And usually the cooldown on these is 6 turns, so this one being only 5 turns is actually really good. So I'd say that this one's a really nice pickup. So definitely, I mean, you should do all of the chapters. It's all free stuff, but like definitely make sure to fuse in all these dupes and actually put it to use, you know? If you have it, limit break, and that's if you have it, limit break 3, which doesn't matter. The passive skill on it is going to be when combo ultimate is activated. So specifically combo ultimate. When combo ultimate is activated, increases own jujutsu stat by 20% for 3 turns, up to 1 time per turn. So again, just a really solid recollection bit for damage for free-to-play player for sure. There are other recollection bits that are more premium options that can do these things, and you'll definitely pick them up from your standard banner summons over time. But for the time being, you could definitely use this one for sure. The second chapter's recollection bit is called Mensore, which is JJK for Mensore. I'm kidding. That's actually another language in real life that I just don't know. I would guess French, I guess. I don't know. But basically what this one is going to do is, when a command skill is activated, it recovers your own cursed energy by 10, and the cooldown is 7 turns. This one's not as good just because the cooldown takes so long, and it's not that really crazy of an effect that you're getting. Like 10 cursed energy. Okay. This is like a very, very, very tame, scaled down version of maybe what is it called? Imaginary Youth. The basic, this part right here, not this part down here. But then this passive skill is going to be at the start of battle, increases all allies break damage by 35%. Effective if the selected enemy has a weakness to blue type attacks. So the enemy has to be weak to blue, but all allies will get in 35% increase to break damage. And it doesn't really say that there's a turn cooldown on it, so I mean, I guess that's not too bad. But again, there are definitely better recollection bits that you can get worked out here for yourself. The next recollection bit for chapter 3 is going to be called I See Then Die. I actually use this one sometimes, I'm pretty sure, and I actually do like this one. So this one is going to be able to be used on your command skill or your ultimate skill, so you can use it on any kind of skill. Increases your own taijutsu and jujutsu stat by 45% for 1 turn. This is actually like the new recollection bit. What's it called? We will rescue Setoru Gojo. Those that recollection bit gives you jujutsu and taijutsu for 45%, literally for like 2 turns, I think, instead. But this one is basically just that for 1 turn instead. It has a 6-turn cooldown. The other one has a 7-turn cooldown. So this is actually pretty solid. Like, dude, these are really good recollection bits. The memory quest ones are really good. Memory quest only comes around once in a while though, so that's why they're so good, more than likely. And then at the start of each turn, if own cursed energy is 50 or above, increases own damage dealt by 20% for 1 turn. Definitely for Gato characters, because Gato characters typically have mechanics that allow them to, or the 2 Gato characters have mechanics that allow them to get extra cursed energy within their turns. And then we can go ahead and look at, but I actually, like I said, I do use this recollection bit quite a bit. It's one of the more common ones I'd say I'd spring to use, maybe. But now we're gonna look over the last one, which came the last time this reran, which the first rerun would have brought this one, the second rerun would have brought this one, the third would have brought this one. So this is the fourth rerun? Is this the 4th rerun? Or were these both in the first part? I can't remember. But we're gonna look at the last bit. Day of Awakening. This recollection bit I think is a little bit more situational for sure, but it is it does get quite a bit of use for sure, especially when I'm looking up guides. That is for certain. When you use your ultimate, so only ultimate, when you use your ultimate skill, increases own jujutsu stat by 60%, 1 turn, 1 time. And if your own HP is 30% or less, it increases your own jujutsu stat by an additional 10% jujutsu stat. Then passive. At the start of battle, grants revival Day of Awakening status to self. When revival Day of Awakening status is removed and own HP is 50% or less, increases own jujutsu stat by 20%, and then it fills own ultimate gauge by 20%. And the reason why that says revival Day of Awakening, it is still just a regular revival. It just differentiates it from other revivals so that revivals can stack, because you can literally put this on somebody who inherently has a revival, and then you can get that revival and this revival to proc as well. But like I said, this recollection bit's okay. It's a little bit more situational. You got to be a little bit more crafty about how you use it. But now I'm going to go and do all of the missions for the memory quest, and then I will come back at the end of the video so that you can actually just see me do my summon from this. Not the Shoko summon, that will be in a separate video, but I will at least do the summon on the standard, or not the standard, I always call it the standard banner. I always call it the standard banner because the 3 characters from it just got added to the standard banner, but the hidden inventory banner. But yeah, we'll be back. All right, chat, we are back, and we have successfully farmed up enough to get all of the tickets for the banners that are out. Like I said, the Shoko summon is going to be on a separate video and an actual just Shoko summon video, but I am going to do the summon on the hidden inventory banner with Gato, Gojo, and Toji on it, the original 3 characters from this little line of the game. But I do want to point out that if you go into the actual, you can see all 4 of the recollection bits right here, but I want to go into the game and I actually just want to point out real quick what you have to do to get all of the tickets. So if I come all the way back to chapter 1 here, you have to do all of these normal missions. When you complete this first page right here, or actually when you complete all, oh no, that's chapter 2. Yes, you complete all of these missions right here for, oh my gosh, this is confusing me because it just jumped like 2 pages instead of 1 page. But right here, chapter 1, you finish this whole page, you get no, not this whole page. You finish this, and then you finish the next 3, and then you finish these 6. Once you finish these 6, you get 5 tickets for the hidden inventory banner. Then when you get to chapter 2, when you finish the next 6 missions again, you get 5 more tickets for the hidden inventory banner. Then when you get to chapter 3, you're going to do these 3 missions, and these 3 missions right here, that's going to give you 5 tickets for the Shoko banner. And then when you get to chapter 4, you're going to do these 2 pages again. That's going to get you 5 more tickets for the Shoko banner, netting you 10 or 20 tickets all together on 10 on each 2 different separate banners. Then also, I did not do the hard missions because these are not needed for the summons, and y'all are just here for the summons anyway. But if you do these hard missions 1, 2, 3, if I look at it right now, you can literally see a recollection bit right now. There's a first time clear on it. As a reward, it's going to be like that for all 3 of these fights. That's going to give you the rest of the copies of the recollection bits that you need. And there is a hard version of chapters 1 through 4. So that is going to be the breakdown for the actual event itself. There is no shop to like buy anything. This one is just very clear, cut dry, do the missions, get the stuff, get them summons pumping. But speaking of summons, I will meet you guys over at the banner. Alright guys, this is the banner that we are talking about here. We can see our 10 tickets right here, and there's also 10 tickets for the Shoko banner up here. But we are going to go ahead and just jump in and do our multi right here. If you guys are missing any characters from these 3, then hopefully you do get this character in this summon. I can do a group summon real quick. I can count us down from 3 and hit the go, and when I say go is when we will do our summons. Y'all can pause the video now and get all of your games ready. I know there's a lot of celebrations going on in a lot of different games right now, and even when there's not celebrations going on in the game, if you're just summoning because you got to scratch that itch, my guys, go ahead and get around for the summon. But we're gonna go ahead and count it down. 3, 2, 1, go G. Oh damn. Toji. There we go. All right, so first we're gonna pick up our Toji right here, and then after we pick up our Toji right here, we're gonna get absolutely blessed in some Shoko summons afterwards. I am actually live right now still, so we got a lot of moving pieces going on at the same time. I actually did not care about this summon at all. That's not the summon where, this is not what the Sukuna costume is for. The Sukuna costume is for the true challenge, the true obstacle of getting our Shoko. But guys, that is gonna be it for the video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, you can go down below, you can hit the like, you can hit the subscribe, you can hit the notification bell, and you can comment down below and let me know what you want to know. I was lost for a second, so I was like, did I just say notification bell? That's not a comment section. But yes, the dead man does love you. Hopefully you guys' summons is going well, and hopefully these Shoko summons go well for me. Peace out, Magic Knights.